Welcome to my Vision News. Tuesday's first video, four news stories for you. First one is from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, where three Oromo artists have been arrested. Arrests continue of Oromo activists, artists, and those who are seen as pro-Oromo Liberation Army. Secondly, we have a clip of Theodros Terfe, who is Amhara Association of America's chairman, a diaspora organization which is working for the protection of interests of Amharas living in Ethiopia. Theodros Terfe proposed a solution to the conflict in Wellega. Can this solution be accepted by any party? Some people say that the solution proposed by Theodros Terfe is going to further fuel the conflict in Wellega. Thirdly, Tigray, where a commercial bank of Ethiopia a few hours ago announced a resumption of operations in three cities. Which three cities are the ones where banking service is being resumed? But reportedly, only cash is being received from the country, from abroad. No withdrawal started so far. And lastly, Benishangul Gumuz region of Ethiopia. We know that within the last 2 to 3 months, two armed groups have made peace with the government in Benishangul Gumuz region. They have signed peace agreements. But a few hours ago, a splinter group, it seems, of fighters shared a video showing captured regional force soldiers. It means still some groups are operating, armed groups in BG. We have a clip for you. Firstly, viewers, three Oromo artists have been arrested. We're seeing that this campaign of arrests is intensifying against Oromo activists, Oromo journalists, Oromo artists who are seen as pro-Oromo Liberation Army. The campaign intensified after recent Wellega incident, after recent protests. Government is fearing there could be start of some anti-government movement. That is why those influential voices which support OLA, which support protests are being silenced. The three Oromo singers were arrested in Addis Ababa, in Lamekora, Addis Ababa. They were arrested around 24 to 48 hours ago. The names of Shimalis Babo, Faisa Hayailo, and Bohara Tishome. They were dining at a restaurant when security forces detained them. They're still in prison at 8th District Police Station. 2 days ago, Ethiopian tallest man, Nagevo Jimea, was arrested too. And before that, we saw that Oromo activist Gumuz Sakata was arrested, though he was released around 24 hours ago. So this scam, and there are several others in prisons. Almost entire OLF leadership is in prison. Oromo Liberation Front of Daudipsa, entire leadership, almost entire leadership is in prison. Jalab Diragas are still in prison, and several others too. So this campaign is intensifying because OLA tried to start a street movement in Oromia, Save Oromia movement, though the protest movement could not be started. The OLA tried to organize the people. That is why government is intensifying crackdown on those people who can play a role in mobilizing masses against the government. Secondly, viewers, Amhara Association of America's chairman Theodros Terfe, in an interview a few hours ago, proposed a solution to the conflict in Wellega. he proposed. You know that in Wellega, around 10 days ago, hundreds were killed in ethnic violence. Both groups, Amhara, Oromos, claim that the killed were from their group. Both were killed. Majority of the killed was Oromos. But in the past, we know that Amharas were killed as well. So both are dying in Wellega. Amharas too. Theodorus Terfe proposed a solution. He says that the areas in Wellega, like Horogodoro, East Wellega, Dera, they should become part of Amhara region. That is the solution to the threat which is being faced by ethnic Amharas in Wellega. Why? Because he claimed that Oromo Liberation Army and Oromia Special Force, Oromo Regional Force, both are in alliance in atrocities against Amharas. Or he said that ethnic apartheid should come to an end. First solution is a worrying one, because other ethnic groups in Ethiopia say that Amharas have expansionist ideology. They want to annex other regions' territories. They want to annex parts of Tigray, parts of Benishangal, Gumuz, parts of Oromia. Such solutions will lead to more mistrust between ethnic groups. Solution is not that these zones should become part of Amhara region. Solution is that government, federal government, regional government must ensure the protection, the safety and security of the people. So if anywhere in Ethiopia Amharas are suffering, they are victims of atrocities, should those territories be part of Amhara? This is not the solution. Take a listen to what Theodorus Terfe said about Wellega conflict.
And finally, the solution is one of two things. One, these areas where Amharas are being attacked, such as East Wellega and Horogorodou and Dera, to be part of the Amhara region, because that is the only way that they can be safe from these attacks by the Oromo Special Forces and the Oromo Liberation Army, or to end this ethnic apartheid system once and for all, so that Amharas can feel safe anywhere in the country within Ethiopia and be equal citizens, and not just Amharas but all Ethiopians.
Thirdly, viewers, electricity restored in some parts of Tigray, in Mekelle, in Adwa, Aksom, Shire. Now banking service is being restored as well. Commercial Bank of Ethiopia announced a few hours ago that in 3 cities, banking operations are resuming. The 3 cities are Korem, Alamata and Shire. Though it has been announced that these bank branches in these 3 cities are now receiving money from the country, from Ethiopia, outside Tigray and outside Ethiopia. So far, only cash is being received by these branches. We don't have any information that Tigrayans are allowed to withdraw their own money. I think if banking is resumed fully in Tigray, even then there will be restrictions, so there will be limits on withdrawal. Ethiopian economy is already facing shortage of cash, shortage of foreign exchange reserves. So that is why I think limits will be put in place on withdrawal of money from banks. Even after the banks resumed their operations in Tigray, we could not confirm start of withdrawal of money from these branches in Shire, Alamata and Korem. But at least now the bank branches are receiving money, because we know that when there was no banking in Tigray in the last 2 years, brokers were operating. So people outside Ethiopia who wanted to send money to Tigrayans, they were sending this money through brokers, and brokers were charging 40 to 50% of the total money being delivered. That is why Tigrayans were suffering, and those who were sending money, they were also suffering too. Now, at least direct these branches are receiving money directly. So gradually, hopefully, people of Tigray will be able to withdraw as well. Lastly, viewers, Benishangul Gumuz region of Ethiopia, where two armed groups have made peace within the last 2 to 3 months. Benishangul People Liberation Movement signed a peace agreement with Benishangul Gumuz regional government a few days ago in Sudan. This group had bases in Sudan, in border areas, Sudan, Ethiopia border areas. And before that, Gumuz People's Democratic Movement struck a peace deal with the government. But still, some armed factions, some splinter groups are operating in BG. A few hours ago, a group shared a video showing several captives. Captives are members of Benishangul Gumuz regional forces. They're in the custody of this group. The video is from Sosa reportedly. Watch this video showing Benishangul Gumuz regional forces members in the custody of this armed faction operating in BG.
ህዝብ እንደ ህዝብ ለመጉዳት አስቦ የሚመጣ የብሔረሰቡ ተወላጅ ሆኖ የአቢን ወታደር በማሰለፍ ህዝባችን ለመጉዳት ባሰበ መልክ እዚህ ፊት ለፊታችን የምትመለከቱት የተለያዩ ትጥቆች፣ ሻንጣ፣ የወታደራዊ ሻንጣዎች በቁጥር 8 የአባይ መሳሪያዎች እንዲሁም እነዚህ ፊት ለፊታቸው እጃቸው ታስሮ የሚገኙ የጉሙዝ ብሔረሰብ ሆነው የአቢን ወታደር ለመደገፍ